Frida, are you there? Oh, I just wanted to give you all my love and congratulations. I'm so happy that you had the baby safe and sound. Jeremy's already sending me so many pictures of the little guy. Oh, you must have had quite the time in the hospital. I just hope that you're able to get plenty of rest from here on out.
In fact, right now, I really don't see how people can choose to go for a second or even a third one of these.
Oh, yes, I know exactly what you mean. I felt the same way after I had my first child. But I'm just so happy that I'll be getting to go over tomorrow and meet my grandchild.
No, I don't mind at all. Please, come by all means.
Excellent. I'll do just that then. Is there anything you'd like me to pick up on the way to your place?
Actually, if you could bring me maybe a bag of some sweets or candy and give it to the nurse to hand to me, that would be great. In fact, there's actually a really nice bakery that makes some amazing cakes not too far from the hospital. So maybe just actually a big slice from there.
You really think it's okay to bring a cake inside the hospital? I don't know. I'm sure that the hospital is interested in keeping as much control as they can over their patients' meals.
Oh, come on. It'll be fine. It's just a cake. Just buy me one, please. I'll leave it up to you to choose what kind of cake, though. Oh, and one more thing. I am starting to get into that kind of angry phase of the postpartum.
The angry phase? What do you mean by that? Is everything okay?
Well, I just think that my hormones are all out of balance, and I think it's going to be like this for a while. So I am really sorry to say this to you, but once I'm out of the hospital, I would appreciate if you held off from visiting. I'm not trying to be mean, but I just wanted to be direct with you. That, and I'm afraid that I might do something to hurt you.
Okay, dear, I understand completely where you're coming from. How about you just reach out to me once you feel that this hormonal issue of yours is past, okay?
Thank you so much for understanding. It really does mean a lot for you to be so patient with me.
Of course, it really is all my pleasure, and in the meantime, you feel free to ask if you need anything. After all, I'm sure you have your hands full enough with your own parents coming around, but just know that I can do any kind of shopping that you might need while you're recovering.
Thank you so much. I am sure that I'll probably have to call on you soon, but for now, I'm going to rely a lot on Jeremy. It's just a shame that he also has so much overtime to work with his company. So like I said, I'm sure you'll be hearing from me before long.
Excellent. Well, I just hope that my son knows that he has to help you even after he gets home from work. There's going to be a lot of big changes for the two of you, but I know that you'll be able to handle it.
Thank you so much for all that you do for us, Donna. But I think we're going to be just fine. As long as Jeremy and I do this together, I know that we'll be okay.
And you make sure to use my son and make him earn his keep. Meanwhile, I know that you'll be busy around the clock with the child, so just make sure that you can find the time to get rest when you can. You've done something amazing here, you know.
Hey, Donna, are you there? Would you mind going out to buy me some more diapers? Just the same size and brand that you got last time will do. Also, I was wondering if starting from tomorrow, you might be able to start making all my meals and just bring them over in Tupperware. I've just been so tired lately and haven't gotten any sleep, so I just can't even cook for myself at this point.
Oh, I'm so sorry about this, Frida, but I actually have some engagements this evening that I can't miss. So I won't be able to go out and get you the diapers that you need. As for doing that much cooking, I just don't know if I can swing that. I would have to go to the grocery store and get quite a bit since I'm running low on food myself.
Well then, it sounds to me like you should be going to the supermarket either way, right?
You're right, I will need to soon, but I don't have time to do it right now. And besides, cooking that much food for you is going to take some time. So I'll tell you what, I can get you the diapers, but I can't do the cooking for you, okay?
Oh, come on, you're a great chef. I know that you could make something amazing even if you just took an hour to cook. I was just watching on TV. They had one of those chef shows on, and the woman made a huge, amazing meal all in less than an hour. I just know that a veteran housewife such as yourself could probably do the same thing, if not much better than some TV chef could.
I appreciate your confidence in me, but I think those people get on TV precisely because they are pros at what they do. And yes, while I have been a housewife for most of my life, I don't know if I'm up to making 3 separate meals for you, because you're making it sound like you want me to be making you breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, you're right. Maybe I was asking for a bit much, but how about just one day's worth of food? You could do that for me, right?
Yes, I suppose that I could make just 1 day's worth of food for you.
Great. Well then, what I am really, really, really craving right now is a good hearty stew. But I'm also on a diet to lose the baby weight, so make sure it's a healthy one.
So if you want me to make a kind of hearty but healthy and light stew... Okay then, I think I actually might have what I need for that in my house already.
Excellent. Then please make me something good. I would ask Jeremy to do it, but he's just so useless in the kitchen that there wouldn't even be a point.
Oh yes, I remember what messes he used to make in the kitchen when he was little. He really should learn how to do better one day.
Well, I certainly do agree with you there. I mean, I don't think he could cook to save his life. And here I thought we were living in a time when more men were supposed to know how to cook. But at least we have you to come in and a pinch hitter.
Well, of course I'm happy to help, but I also just thought you should know that Jeremy's younger brother's wife is also pregnant. So I just worry that my life is going to be getting very, very busy from here on out, and it might make visiting you as often as I do now just a bit more difficult.
Oh no, please don't tell me that. You know how much I rely on you for all this help, right?
Of course I do, yes, but the thing is that this other daughter-in-law of mine, Ginny, both of her parents have passed away. Not only that, but she has a bit of a weak constitution, so I just worry that she'll need more assistance.
A weak constitution? Then it sounds like she'll just be doing a lot of lying around and won't need all that much help.
Well, I appreciate why you might say that, but I don't think that's quite the case here. And so anyways, in the future, I might not be able to change my plans as easily as I'm doing for you tonight, all right? I just wanted to explain that to you now so there's no surprises in the future.
But I actually have my kid. It sounds like this Ginny woman hasn't even given birth yet. Why are you telling me that you're going to be prioritizing her when she hasn't even given birth to her baby yet?
Well, I'm sorry, but I think I've been giving you plenty and plenty of help the past 6 months.
So what? There was a limit to how much you were going to help me? You were just waiting for the next thing to move on to?
I'm sorry, Frida, but I don't think I feel comfortable if you're going to talk to me like this. Please don't talk to me again until you've calmed yourself down.
You have no idea how hard it was pushing that baby out of me. And then you told me that I could count on you for everything. But I guess now we know who your real favorite grandchild is going to be.
You know that isn't what's going on there. Please, why can't you just listen to me? All I'm saying is that I won't be able to help you at the same rate that I was last time is all.
Well, fine then. If that's all you're saying, then how about I have you on the weekdays, and you can go and help this Ginny woman on the weekends? After all, I am married to your oldest son, so I should be getting the most time with you anyways.
I really don't think that you're being fair to Ginny or I at all. I mean, we're all family, and that means we should be understanding of each other.
And I don't think that you're understanding what it means to be with the wife of your older son. Not only that, but I gave you a male grandchild too. But I guess that even giving you little James wasn't enough for you, was it? Are you trying to insult me?
Of course I'm not trying to insult you or anything like that at all. I just don't think it should matter whether it's the child of my first or second son or whether anyone has a boy or girl. But I am saying that it's been 6 months since you've given birth, and maybe it's time you start doing some work around the house for yourself again? I mean, my support was always going to have its limits, so I don't understand this reaction of yours.
I guess you really just don't understand what you're doing to me at all then, do you? Okay, well, if this is the way that you're going to be, then can you at least come over 3 times a week? But just know that you'll be cleaning up the messes that get made while you're away too, so it won't be easy for you.
I'm not going to promise anything, but I will help you when I'm able to, like how I'm bringing you diapers.
Right. Yes, please do bring those to me, and you can just leave them in the drop-off box in my building when you get here. I'll go down and collect them myself once you tell me that you've left them there. Hey, Donna, are you there? I was just curious if Jeremy gave you any updates about James' first birthday party.
Oh yes, so he told me that was going to be happening next month, is that right? I can't believe that it's already been a year since you had that little fella. I would just love to see him since it's been so long. I've been looking forward to the party ever since Jeremy told me.
Well, about the gift, I was hoping that you can get some baby clothes from a really, really nice brand or something like that.
Are you sure you only want clothes for James? I was thinking I would get something with a bit more longevity.
Well, when he's an adult, all the fancy clothes are going to be costing him thousands of dollars. So I'd at least like him to have it dressed nicely when he's a baby. And if the clothes don't happen to fit him or when he outgrows them, I can just resell them online, so it's perfect.
So basically you want clothes that you can flip on eBay once James outgrows them?
Oh, and by the way, I wanted to ask if you wouldn't mind cleaning up my house the day before the party. I just want everything spotless for when my parents arrive.
Sure, I can do that. I guess I'll arrive at your house the day before the party then. But at least that means I'll get to see James twice that week.
Oh no, neither James nor I is going to be at the house while you would be.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Why wouldn't either of you be there?
Well, because on that day I'm going to be taking James with me while I go and visit some friends of mine. So it's only going to be Jeremy at home. Although, since he has work, I think that he's just going to be there to hand you the keys to our place is all.
I see. Well, then I guess it's a good thing that at least I'll be seeing him the next day. Although I'm afraid that Jenny won't be able to make it to the party. Oh, she's grown so much in this time and can hardly move.
I really think that you were being way too soft on this woman, Donna. I mean, if she really wanted to come, she could just hire a cab or something.
I know what you mean, but I think she wants to take every precaution, and the doctors are saying she should take it easy as well.
Well, I don't see how not moving is any good for the baby, but whatever. It's not really my problem. I guess I'll see you on the day of the party. Don't forget to come early to clean. Hello, Donna? I'm just so sorry to ask you to do this, but could you just drop off your present and then go home?
Frida, oh, I have to say that I'm just a bit shocked at this request of yours. I mean, I come all this way to your house 2 days in a row now, just for you to turn me away?
Well, I'm sorry, but I only ordered enough good food for the family. But then, you were never actually invited to the party. Jeremy just got it in his head that I let you be here. But the fact of the matter is that I only wanted you here so you could clean the house and give my son his gifts. But now I don't want you coming around anymore.
Well, fine then. Maybe I won't come around anymore then. But I'm afraid that means you'll have to leave this house.
Wait, what? What would it mean that I have to leave the house? I mean, it's only like half the price of other houses in the neighborhood, and it's so nice. I really don't think that we're going to be moving from here anytime soon.
Well, you might just have to, since I am the owner of the house after all. And the reason you have such a good rate on rent is because Jeremy came to me begging for a place to live.
Oh, please. Do you really think that I'm going to believe a silly lie like that? You're going to have to do better if you want to fool me. The fact of the matter is that you've been nothing but a housewife for yours. So just why would I think that you also own this house? That was just a sad attempt to trick me, and it isn't going to work at all. I knew that I was right to try and keep my son away from you.
You know, I actually have only ever met James once, ever since you gave birth to him. But now I'm starting to realize that you were keeping him away from me this whole time on purpose.
Well, no duh. Of course that's what I was doing. I mean, did you really think I wanted my little boy hanging around an old hag like you? I was never ever going to let you take care of him, and I always hated when you try to make up excuses to try and see him.
I see. Well, you can go ahead and tell my husband that, if that's the case. I don't want anything to do with any of you again.
Oh, trust me, that works just fine for us. I know that Jeremy was already getting sick of you coming around all of the time, so neither of us will have any problem at all with cutting you out entirely out of our lives. Have a nice life. Donna, are you there? I just wanted to say how deeply sorry I am.
What's this all about? Don't tell me that you were just talking to my son.
Yes, I was talking to him and he said it was all true about renting the house from you.
Well, good. I'm glad that you finally understand the truth. You have until the end of next month to move out. And don't worry, I won't even charge you any rent for that last month.
But you can't do this to us. I mean, think of my son. What's going to happen to him and I? We can't just be forced to move all of a sudden. I mean, I was going to try and move in with my parents, but even they're saying they don't want to live with me anymore.
Well, I don't really have anything to do with that, I'm sure. But if you read the renter's agreement, you'll see that I reserved the right to kick anyone out, and Jeremy agreed and signed it.
Yes, I'm aware of all of that. Jeremy is actually very, very upset with me.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean he's actually mad at you? I wasn't sure if he had it in him. Although when I was getting kicked out of the party yesterday, I did notice something. This wasn't the first time that you had made troubles for him, was it?
No, it's true. He's been upset about my attitude towards you for some time now. He's always telling me to quit taking advantage of you.
Well, yes, I would say that I have to agree with him on that one. After all, I offered to help you, and you just used me like some sort of maid. I'm sure that you didn't think that I noticed, but I knew what you were doing this entire time. And I'm glad that Jeremy finally seemed to start waking up to the way you were treating me as well, but that isn't going to change my mind about anything. You all have got to leave this house, and that is final.
Please, Donna, I'm begging you not to do this. Can you please reconsider? You don't have to put us through this, you know.
Do you really think that you're in any position at all to be able to ask me not to do this? For the past year, I've been cramming my schedule of running errands for you, buying diapers, delivering takeout food even. And all the while, I've only ever gotten to see my grandchild once. Here I thought I was finally going to see him for a good amount of time on his birthday, but then you have the gall to turn me away at the door. Well, I am sorry, but I really don't want anything to do with you at all after such a nasty experience.
And you're right. I shouldn't have done what I did, and it was really, really wrong of me. I know that you're a very kind, sweet person, and I admit that I took advantage of that kindness. And I guess that all the while you were coming over, I just had it in my head about how wives never get along with their mothers-in-laws, and I guess I let that paint how I saw you.
Is that really what you have to say for yourself? You were treating me the way you were, all because you had some messed up notion of how mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law are supposed to treat one another?
I know that's not an excuse for what I've done, but it's the truth. So please, change your mind about this. We won't have anywhere to go if you don't do this.
I really think that that is an overstatement. You have plenty of options of places to move.
I know, but you don't understand how difficult the market is for buyers right now. The only places we could really afford without a huge jump in rent are all old and so far away from our work and life.
So you'll have less space and a longer commute. It really doesn't sound like the end of the world to me at all. But don't worry, if it's a matter of money, you can always just sell the clothes that I got for James. That's why you asked me to get him such expensive clothes in the first place, right?
You're right. I shouldn't have asked you to do that, but I wasn't really even being serious in the first place. I'm so sorry about all of this.
You can apologize all you want. Nothing you say is ever going to change my mind about this. Got it? I have tried so hard to get along with you. I did my best to be there for you when I thought you might need some help, and all you did was use me and never once give me a real thanks.
But if you don't stop your decision to kick us out of the house, then Jeremy said that he might divorce me because of the way that I was treating you.
Is that really all you have to say for yourself? You're still only interested in saving your own skin, even after all this?
Okay, fine. If you change your mind, then I'll let you see James more often. How about that? That's what you really want to happen anyway, isn't it? And I won't ever ask you for another favor. And I promise that I'll change my attitude and be the best daughter-in-law ever. So please, can't you just change your mind about this? You wouldn't really throw your first child out of his own like this, would you? Think about little James. He never did anything to you at all to deserve this.
You're right. James doesn't deserve any of this happening to him, and he certainly did nothing to deserve a mean mother like you. But it's like you said, you'll just have to cooperate with my son and learn how to parent James together. And only if you two can prove yourselves will I even think about changing my mind about you two. After all, I know that James is my first grandchild, but I am sick and tired of the way that you try and use that fact to extort favors and gifts from me. You think it matters what order or sex the babies are? I don't care about any of that. I just want happy and healthy grandchildren.
And I see now that that's all you've ever wanted from all of us. I'm just so sorry that it took me this long to realize all of that. So please, forgive me. I'm begging you.
If you really want me to forgive you for all that you've done to me, then you are going to have to promise me that you'll raise James right. That's all I want, and that's all I've ever wanted for this family. So until you have something to show for yourself, don't ever contact me again. Do you understand me?
Please, I promise that I'll raise James however you want me to. Just please don't kick me out. That's all I'm asking of you. Please don't kick us all out of this lovely home. Hello? Are you there? Donna? Hello? You can't just ignore my messages like this. You have to answer me. I'm your daughter-in-law. I married your oldest son. I had your first grandchild.
It sounded to me like after I was sent home from James's first birthday party that my son really started letting Frida have it. Jeremy was absolutely furious, not only after having found out to just what extent Frida had been treating me poorly, he was also understandably furious about being kicked out of his home as a consequence of the actions that his wife took against his mother. He was yelling at her for hours about how irresponsible she had been for doing that. Later on, I got some calls from Jeremy where he said he wanted to speak to me and apologize for all that Frida had put me through. He said that he understood that I wouldn't be changing my mind about anything, but I was glad that we at least both understood each other better. Afterwards, I heard from Jeremy that he and Frida actually managed to find a new place to live in that wasn't nearly as bad as Frida had feared. It was a 2-bedroom apartment, a bit far from where the two of them worked, but it wasn't the destitute painting Frida had described before. The only thing she didn't tell me was that she lied about moving in with her parents. In fact, her parents were trying to move in with Frida at their old place, but were bitterly disappointed when the real place they moved into was so small. So although the place they had moved into wasn't so bad for a regular nuclear family, it quickly turned into quite the scene after Frida's parents moved in. Already let down by where they ended up, Jeremy told me that Frida and her parents get into screaming matches nearly every day. As for him and Frida, Jeremy says that Frida is slowly improving her attitude. Finally, Jeremy reports to me that the two of them are doing their best to provide a good life for James, and I suppose all I can do is hope that's true. For now, my attention is focused on making sure I can have a better relationship with my second grandchild, Ginny's kid, and Ginny as well. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.